Hey, this is Steve with Personal Strength Training. With your exercise tip of the day, we're going to be talking about the warm-up, on what to do with a warm-up. Why are warm-ups important, first of all? Well, for one thing, it helps to get your body ready to go, helps to get your mind ready to go. You want to get your muscles nice and relaxed. You want to get the blood flowing to the parts of the body that you're going to be using. It's also good because it just helps to get your heart rate up. You don't ever want to go into a workout cold. A lot of people also want to know, what types of workout. Well, there's types of warm-ups, excuse me. There's dynamic warm-ups and there's static warm-ups. Static stretching, things like hamstring stretch, things like quad stretch, things like that. Those are usually good at the end of a workout. They're good to cool down your muscles. Most of the time you don't want to do those at the beginning of a workout unless you're already warmed up. It's like taking a rubber band, a cold rubber band, and stretching it really tight. What happens when a rubber band is cold and it stretches really tight? It snaps. We don't want to hurt our muscles. So we want to do what's called a dynamic warm-up at the beginning to get the blood flowing. Then we can go to our static stretching after our body's warm. So let's go ahead and begin. The first one we're going to do is called an arm hug. We're going to open up our arms nice and wide, and we're going to hug ourselves. And then we're going to open up wide, back and forth. We want to cross left arm on top, right arm on top, back and forth. We want to do about 20 of these. This is not something that you have to sit and necessarily count. You're just getting yourself ready. So when you feel like your arms are ready, you move on to the next one. While you're doing this, you're thinking about your exercising, thinking about your workout, thinking about what do I need to do to get ready to go. Okay? About 20 of those. We're going to go ahead. Next thing we're going to do is a leg swing. So we're going to move over here. You're going to grab the wall, and you're going to stand sideways. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep my leg as straight as I can, keep my chest up nice and tall, and I'm going to swing it back and forth like a pendulum. Keep my leg as straight as I can. I'm going to work my hip flexors and work my hamstrings back and forth. Do about 10 on one leg, and then we'll move on to the next one. Do 10 on the other leg. Okay, keeping ourselves up nice and tall. About 10. Then we're going to turn sideways. And we're going to go sideways here, and we're going to swing back and forth. About 10 on one leg. Keeping ourselves straight up and down. And then 10 on the other leg. Now that we're loosened up, we're going to go ahead and move on to a little bit more movement. So we're going to step over and we're going to do what's called high knees. You can start off, we're going to do this whole thing 2 to 3 times. So the first one you want to do, you can just walk back and forth. You can just go nice and high knees, kind of move, do about 6 or 7 steps or so. Swinging our arms back and forth. Get ready to go. Then we're going to do lunges. 4 lunges, 2 on each leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. On those, you go as low as you can. If you're not able to touch your knee all the way to the ground, then don't. You go as low as you can. Your whole point of this is to warm up your body. Let's go over here. Let's do about 20 jumping jacks. Really get that heart rate up. So we'll go ahead and do 20 jumping jacks. 2. We want to touch our fingers over the top of our heads, staying light on our toes. I don't know how many that is, maybe 12 or 13. We'll say that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That's good. And then we're going to finish with backwards lunges. Again, 4 steps. So it's the same thing as a front lunge, except for we're going to go backwards. Keeping our chest up tall. 2, 3, 4. So that's your warm-up. We're going to go ahead and you do that 2 to 3 times at the beginning of your exercise. At the beginning of your workout, you can increase the intensity as you go. You can start off walking, then go to the high knees, jog back and forth. You should be a little winded. You should be warmed up and ready to go. For more tips, go ahead and check us out on our website at PSD Fitness. Go in the strength that you have.